Alright, welcome back everyone. Here's our project through our first couple of days. I think we ought to finish up tonight with a fairly reasonable time frame. This is common with these things, they do tend to pop out. There. One of them pops out and it holds the rest of them out. Okay, so that's always a bit of a kerfuffle on these. Trick is to get them all to go into their notches at once. That's called a trick. There it goes. Nice. Get them. That batch is tied together and that batch is tied together. If you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures and how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and try and have a good time. We're not changing the world, we're just building silly little models and having fun. If you've seen any kits or builds or sets or anything you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my list, and I have the most intelligent audience on YouTube because y'all provide me with nothing but the best options. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and do the step that I forgot to do last night. We're supposed to have already had one in this section, and that's why none of those two sets of gears don't connect, I'm assuming. But like I say, I was supposed to put one here too. So that's this one. And sort of the same MO as last night. Got the little gears, the spindle, and the big gears. And guys, just go in on the blank side here. Even going back and redoing this, I think I'm going to have plenty of time to get done tonight. I'm feeling far too confident. I am going to try and get used to the idea of the 30-minute videos. And this third one's always tough to get a good angle on to get that one in on these things, I'm finding. We want to jiggle and get everybody in line and try and figure out which one is. I think this is the larger one, so it's still the set with the stripe down the middle lines up, so I know which one's which. I say simple. Yeah, there they go. And this guy, like so, yeah. Not being cooperative here. Let's try it this way. Okay, that did it. Wiggle and jiggle it down. And then take one more of our short downs through here. This is a double. Oh. It worked at least. And then big side, take our depth gauge to number 4. Alright. Like I said, that goes in the spot that I missed. It looks like it's going, yeah, big side to the front away from our central mechanism here. Get these in there. I'm probably going to knock all the other gears out of whack here and have to realign them all again. But yep, there they went. Saw them fall. Can't even get one side in here. Okay, you're in. Okay, big one must, okay, you're out. Okay. Okay. slowly. Okay, so now are they all? This one. There they go. They're all connected now. So, and I forgot to put wax on that last one. The other two gear teeth should have wax on that, so I'm not going to take it apart and redo that. It's here on the edge, so if I wanted, I forgot to turn my wax on. Anyway, well, speaking of which, somebody asked in the comments yesterday. I'll answer the comment, but I'll go ahead and show you now. I think this is the wax melter that I use. It's just a little ceramic dealio with a plate nicely. I bought the wax in bulk. I think that could be glue. I mean, I'll put that in there. But let's see. Bought the wax. I bought like I think a 2 or 3 pound bag of wax, which was overkill now. If they got a 1 pound bag, that'll more than do you. I barely touch that stuff because whenever I buy a new set that has one of those little candles or whatever in it, I just toss it in here and let it melt together. But that's my wax melter. Like I say, I'll put a link in I'll put a link in the description tonight, and I'll put a link in his or her comment yesterday. But okay, so that gets us back past the step that like I said, I skipped. So now we get to go into some fun with, whoops, put the string in the wrong bucket. So we are going to be adding string on. And let's say bring us on in a little bit for this part. These are some that I should have labeled before I took them off the form, because they are all different. I'm hoping that once we get these together, the numbers are it's gonna force itself into the proper alignment. But first thing we do is take our string. Looks like we're just tying a knot in it. We're not even tying it around. We're just putting a knot in. And that goes in between the second and third, like so. And that's it. Make sure that I'm facing right. Yeah, it says this one, so I'll use it. I think it should be either one. This goes into, okay, so it's going to be flushed down on this end. Yeah, yep, okay. That goes in here. The knot's already coming loose. Yeah, knot. I don't even know if you see that. It's sort of it's untying itself, so I'm going to throw just a drop of super glue on that, try and hold everything together. Just in the knot part, not the actual wood. I can get a little bit around there on either side. Bring it together. Hold that for a few seconds. Okay. I think that did the trick. Grab a paper towel. The excess out the outside, maybe. Yeah, it seems to be staying together now. We're not in. Okay. Seems to be holding. Let's get on the other side after all that. And with this solid on 04 goes through this way. separation there. Let me I think let's get the form over here if I can find the right. Yeah, 6. There we are. Guys. Here. So which ones are which? Yep. That looks about loose. Okay. So the circumference is right, but the size of the holes is different. You can see those on those. So that hopefully that means that these can't be put in wrong. So first one is 50, so I need one of these two guys. Whichever one fits on that one. Which I wish I'd thought to label these. Yeah, 15. So the 51 looks like it's going to be tight on the end. So I think 50 should be loose and fairly well slide down. Yeah, okay, so that's what we want on there. Then 52, 54, 55. Oh, 52. So, okay, so that's one. So it should be another. Okay, so this should be another loose one that slides down, but not. That's too loose. Got too much slack. So this one maybe. Yeah, that looks right. Yeah, 51 on top of it to lock it in place. Yeah, yep. Nice and snug there. Okay. That lost me a lot of time. And this should be the same situation over here. So small on either side. So one goes up and a big one in the middle. And this one should be okay. That's not very snug. Does it matter? No, they both feel about the same. Okay. When we put this, whatever goes down the middle here is going to lock this one in place. There's that. And of course it's calling for wax on these and our gear. So we'll have to wait for the melter to keep going. So let me see if there's any more assembly to do handy. Okay, I can put my rubber bands on here. So that's says 4 of them. So may end up with another super glue situation here as well. But it's supposed to just line them all up. It's gonna be a tight one. Let's see if I can. Let's see. Let's see if I can do from this coordinator or not. One more. Through. Get off that, and it should. There we go. Secure and tight. Okay, so that's good on that. Pick the next page. Okay, yeah, okay, we'll have to wait for the super glue to dry, or not the super glue to dry, the wax to melt. So I'm going to take a break and let the wax get melted, and I'll be right back, and we will hopefully make a run and finish this up. Well, we got a couple more. Yeah, it looks like only one more gear set to build, and then we're doing the outer, doing the fins and the outer shell supports. So, be right back with that. Okay, got some wax going now, so I can get back to work. See, guess I didn't plan as well ahead as I thought I had today. So, see, there's probably already enough wax on the other connecting points here, but I'm gonna the actual bearings or whatever here is probably a little bit more important than the gear. There goes all three of those. Right? Do want to make sure I get this good, and that's what spins in the frame. So that's back up. I think it should just be this outer. It should just be that one that we have to really worry about. That should be all the issue. Okay. So now we got our rubber band, our spindle. And I think we're going to install this one. Okay, so it goes right here in these two holes here. With that's going to get to be irritating until I get that. I think that's where our key goes. That's sort of what holds it in place. Okay, so that back in place and get you. Of course, pop all these back out of whack on the mirrors again. Yeah, that one didn't even pretend to stay in either one. Yeah, all the way down for the bottom again. So you're on. Something there's not. Keeping that one, so the lower one's down here. Has to be out of whack. I'll just put in. Okay, getting closer now. Back and forth, we get them. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so this one's not connecting, but I knew it wouldn't. Okay, the one very much in the middle here. Okay. The one you can't see. Okay. Okay, so you're in place, you're in place. Just keep them apart now. Okay. Okay, I think they're all in place now. Yeah, okay. We got our thing. And if you want it, back it up the other way. I think it's Oops. Just I'm tangled up now. Hang on. Okay, now. No. Okay, I think it might be easier to do a full spin and go the other way. Okay. Bring all this through and go over the top with it. Okay. Now, string out a little bit. Goes into our spindles down here. Goes past rubber band and everything goes over the side and just through there and into the, as I enter our little that bit. Be snug here and here. Okay, bring you up through there. You get back down under that one. Okay, get on both sides. And this thing fell out again. Okay, that's going to be really irritating if it keeps doing this. And there goes the center one. And the bottom ones again, too. Okay. Most of this video is going to be me trying to get these gears into their slots. Okay. Too far. Okay. Not you. Here. Oh, something's holding you out. Move this one again. Not. Okay. I think they're back together now. Okay. Now, hopefully, put these forms in on the side to keep them together. Let's go top one up here. Okay. Okay, they are still going. I think you're out of the spindle over there, but I'm going to do this part first. Okay, get this out of the way. Run this guy here. Oh, it actually goes, that's actually for the rubber bands, that little. Yeah. It's not going to be very tight yet, but that's. Okay. Alright, so you're in there. You into this one. Should have some slack there. Okay. So that straight around. Up there. That should be holding our frame together, so maybe those axles will stay in place. Get y'all into your one there. Okay. Finally. Now, okay, should have two more of those guys. Yeah, there they are. I don't think these are the right ones. Those are not them. There's supposed to be two more. There they are, hiding from me. Okay, so these guys, the middle section here, so they're a little more reinforcement. Not a lot of room to operate. Okay. Okay, now we're keeping our, that should be holding everything in place. Yep, okay. Now, that you guys, I'm going to go ahead and put this key in to our gear here, just to make sure those things stay in place. That'll be our winder. Okay, so I got to pull it snug there. It's not. Okay, there's. Okay, that's that one that's got the clutch in it, so it'll only go. It'll. Yeah. Okay, that's that double layer one. Yeah. Okay. Right. That's that got our string pulled tight there. Pulled down our rubber bands here. So that's good. Now, this one is a toothpick. Lost my snips. There they are. So, you. Okay, so let's finish. That's where we stop on that right now. Yeah. And clean that one up. Now, down here, our flywheel, and this is our braking mechanism. It goes in to these holes here. So this guy goes in here, acts as a spacer. And we need a couple more toothpicks. These are going to be a little bit longer, so I'm just going to cut the end off of these. So I'm going to run them all the way through. Okay. So this goes through the frame, then through this one, and then through the frame again. Okay. And this is fairly loose, so I'm going to let go. Push it almost to the end, like that. Slide you in, hopefully. Oh, got too far. Slide you in on there. Then finish it up. Hopefully, without poking myself with that other end. Okay. Like I said, this side's pretty loose. And this one. Uh-oh. Okay. Thought I messed up there, but you could. I thought I'd locked it out, but it's adjustable. Okay. Don't have the luxury on this one, so I have to go straight through all of them. Okay, they're not super snug, so that should kind of lined up. Blind is going to be an issue. Okay, spacer in here for it. Pull it back, maybe. Push against. Okay, it is coming through the other side there, so this is tricky. Almost got my finger there. It's crooked. If I can get it to the other side, I think I'll be alright to be able to push it through. Okay. Now, didn't see this part when I started unfolding. It's going to be really tricky, to say the least. Okay. Okay. Now. Okay. Let's push it back. I pushed it back out. Okay. Need more spacers. Okay. Get some leftover books. Stack a few of them up here. They fit between. Yep, they do. Okay. Now, I think I'm not lined up the final hole yet. I could just push down with the spacers, maybe. Finger. Glad I thought of that beforehand. Okay. Who saw that coming? I did. That can be. Okay, no, that's not gonna do it. Okay. So. Back out. think to pull the top one again too. I think I got it. These aren't ideal for this. Oh, because they don't have teeth. This one's got teeth. Okay. New plan. Right through and get it sort of scaled properly. Hopefully. Back out. Okay, that seemed a little more agreeable anyway. Same thing here. Get it hopefully ready to go. Not too far. Okay. Back out. I think I'm going to do the bottom one first. Let's see which way. Face it. A little bump going in. Through. Take my word for it, it's going through. Okay. That's not enough either. Okay. Thought I was onto something there. Okay. Keep trying. Definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again. Okay, so you guys through that again. Fairly smooth fit through there. So I drop my spacer. Through there. Okay. Okay. I think I got it this time. Okay, got it through to the meaty part of both sides. Okay, now just gonna do that again. Okay, that. Yeah, there's our break. That does. Satisfying click. I'm not going to flush these guys down. I'm just going to trim them down a little bit so the Sharpies don't get me. Yeah, I'm going to leave those hanging out both sides. Just basically, I don't have room to file them anyway. So okay, those back in place, and that was a lot of kerfuffle. So much for the 30-minute thing. I know it was going to be that much trouble. I would have done 4 videos, but I'm past the point of no return at this point. Okay. Back to the old. Yet again, go to our blank side. Get them on. Spacer / guide. All the way down. You're here on top. Yeah. Long arms on this one make us a little, should make it easier, but it's not. Okay. There it goes. Okay. There you go. Finally, this is what ties together our big mechanism up here with our drive gear. So but I guess I will need. No, we're not putting we don't put the dowel in yet. Okay. These go in. Squeeze. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a bit pressure. Yeah. Yep, wax. I almost forgot. This is probably important on this one. So. Mm-hmm. The other side of both of these already have wax on them, so it's probably extra, but I think it's not a bad idea. Okay. Now, squeeze you in. And line up the gear back there with these guys. It's not lining up. Okay. Okay, we got two of them. There they go. Now, yeah, that's tied in. Once we get our plug in there, it's gonna be tied in to our drive train. Okay. And okay, our top on to get this thing locked in up here. It looks like. Just, oh, is that right? Nope. Other way. Guys, right there in your face with them. This one's just that tall. Okay, so we got that one, then another roof. I think this one's just decorative. Yeah, so we got those guys. Alright. Now, these guys on our. Nope. There they go. Oops, ran out of time. But like I said, I was planning on getting done much quicker than this. I guess this will help my watch time stat. Okay, everything. Now, got them all locked in place, all up and down either side. Starting to feel, still wobbling around a little bit in there, but still, I think that's, yeah, it did fall. That's going to be a pain to get lined back up to run the dowel through there. Okay, no, I didn't. There it went. Popped back in fairly without much drama. I guess it is sort of lined up now. Okay. Now, got the main axle for, go straight through, it says, with our spacers for either end. So I guess you through. Come out the other side, nice and easy, right? Not. Okay, it's, I mean, it'll be showing up on camera, but it's right there, I think. Yeah, it is flush with the end, so it's just a matter of getting some friction going now. So don't want to go too crazy with it, don't break it. Okay, there it comes out, I felt it. There we go. Okay, there. And last. Gently. There we go. All the way at the back here, so it's got everything lined up. And just here's a snug fit on these. So brace one side and pop it on. And this goes all the way down, it says. Have get this lined up. I think that just happened to have this one laying here, so I think if I can get that, yeah, I'm gonna have to push it all the way down. That's got that one in place. Okay. Now, whew. Okay, got to build our veins. Are these veins? I can't remember. Arms, anyway. So, and of course it's toothpicks doing it. Okay, so you guys on here. Easy enough on the central part. We start off with 4 toothpicks. Okay. So we get here the back one, because the design that goes on the front there. I'll just use this for this. Okay. Probably should have done the big one first, move the little guys onto that, but I'll undo it if I have to. I think they're gonna cooperate. Yeah. Okay. this, lock them in place up the side. Okay. Not too shabby. Not even close yet. Okay. Nice and smooth there. And supposedly, just a matter of popping that onto our windmill. And that completes the build portion, then we can give it a shot. Okay, just you. Okay, not too shabby. Didn't take a tremendous amount. I did it backwards. The key, because I've got the oh, okay, yep. I did something backwards. Yeah, I just put the okay. Yeah, I just put this on. Put this axle. Okay, I think. Reverse that. Okay. No one will ever know. Except the people who watch this video. Okay. So there we go. That's what it's supposed to do. I say, got there and that key was, and I was like, something's not right there. But, okay, so now engage our brake. Our flywheel. Okay, brake it on. And we got somehow okay, I've got it wound the wrong way. It should still function the same. Okay, yeah, it's just okay, just gotta break it in a little bit. Where all that wax in that I put on, let all the excess wear off. I think we'll be in good shape here in a second or two. It'll take a couple of runs like this to make it go. So all I did, I put the rope on the top side instead of the bottom side, or the bottom side rather than the top side, and that's got it. So I have to spin it the opposite of the instructions. But otherwise, let's get that view in. Nice bit of tension on it here. Okay, and you can see it wanting to go. Oh, other way. Okay. Yeah, nice. I think I need one more. I need to use. It came with 5 rubber bands, and I should have used all 5. And it, like I say, it also might be wearing that wax in to get the. All the pieces seem to be going in good shape. That's. Run it, like I said, run it through a couple of times, and I think we'll be all right. Oop. Okay. But like I said, you can see though that's the wax that's came off from the gears going in. So let's do this one more time. See if I can get it. I'm missing the ratcheting sound. That's the I like the click 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 click. So that's sort of sad, but yeah, doing it by itself now. So yeah, it's got itself worked in. So that's cool. And that flywheel starts moving, and it really pushes things. But it slows down pretty quick too. But, yeah, should have used all 5 rubber bands since they gave them to me. I'm not saying that. A little overzealous with that one. But I do like seeing the clockwork going, so let's see if I can. I don't know if it'll work on a lean or not. We'll see. Oh, lock. Okay, so I was gonna say this may not work. I've got clearance on the bottom, so let's find out. Oh, by the way. Oh. Nope, it wouldn't. Yeah, it does not like the friction. Yeah, it will not do it on the lean. I guess I should look at it. Pretty tight, close on these feet down here. It's getting, they really had this thing down pat. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's, you know, I'm not gonna undo it to make, I guess, actually, just gotta take off this one thing and tie it on there. I've already gone way over what I wanted to do, so let's see. Loosen that rubber band up. I want to give it a shot. Got a rubber band slacked here. There's that. No, it wasn't that one. Thought I had that rubber band right here handy. I know they included a spare. Huh, there it is. Okay, so let's see if I can pop you out. Yeah, okay, that's gonna. Okay, I can get it in there. Ooh, there's a little slack there. I wonder if I can just tie it onto this one. With the tail of my knot there, so. Probably not. That would look like. Okay. Not with it in place anyway. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's you out of this gang. Just get that tail around there. It's getting pretty straggly on the end, so. The tweezers through there, maybe. And double it up. Okay. Let's see if one more rubber band makes a difference. Okay. Or even my knot will even hold that. Oop, I forgot to put it back in. Okay. Got to put it back in its spindle down there. Little slack on there. Okay, get you back on there. Okay, there we go. Now, there. Take it all the way around. Why not? Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, I think that made a difference. If you build this, use 5. Just that little hint more tension was enough to make a marked improvement on the performance, I think. Alright. Like I said, I didn't think this was going to take near this long tonight, so sorry about that part. I'll post a video of the front, the short tomorrow of the front running so you can see the full effect. Like I say, it's just not going to work with the lean right now. But yeah, I like it. It's sort of not as simple as I'd like it to be, but it's still fairly simple build, fun clockwork, not overly challenging. A little patience on the getting each axle lined up, but yeah, I think this one's definitely worth it. Fun little build. Of course, I'm a sucker for a clockwork build anyway. But I think I'm gonna call that. I hadn't decided what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Probably. Yeah, I think I'll go with a book nook tomorrow. I've got 2 or 3 over there that I've got set up. Some of them are fairly simple, so I think it'll be a good place to go from here. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And click on a link. There's what YouTube thinks you should be watching over there, rather. That's my channel. That's my other channel that I'm doing some experimenting with. Down there is the playlist for this whole build. And I'll see you tomorrow.